Hey guys, I am back with another video. And today it's going to be a quick video because, as you can see, I do have most of my makeup already done. And that's because, I'm just going to show you how to do a cut crease. The most simplest, easiest way to do a cut crease. And don't mind me if I'm looking down because that's exactly where my other screen is, and I'm just trying to make sure I am in focus because I think my last video was not too great of a focus. I don't know, you guys tell me. I'm trying to get my focus corrected. I don't know, I'm just trying to get, y'all just let me know in the comments if y'all see it a little bit more sharp. Anyways, like I mentioned, I do have most of my face already done. I did put an eye primer on, which is the FILT'R Fenty primer, and that's just what I have on my lids. And then what I did, just to set everything out, I used the Fenty FILT'R what is it? Can't even speak. Translucent powder in the shade Butter, and that's just what I used to set the lids. Now we're gonna go ahead and go into my Sephora Pro palette. The palette that I'm going to be using is the new Nudes, and I'm going to be using a little loose pigment. So you can see the difference between how the cut crease is done, just with the more vibrant color, so that way it stands out more so you can see it more. You get what I'm saying, right? Anyways, now I'm going to go in, and I was messing with my brushes, so they're dirty right now, so... But the first brush that I'm going to go ahead and be using is the Morphe M514 brush, and it's this beautiful rounded edge brush here. And I'm going to be using the shade NYLON, which is a nice warm tone brown. So it's kind of like, I used it actually for my contour, if y'all could see. So that's the shade that I'm going to be using for my crease. I do like to use some of my bigger eyeshadow palettes to use as my face makeup because, it's makeup. You can do whatever you want, right? So okay, so for the very first step on creating a crease liner so it looks seamless is getting the crease liner blended. Crease shadow blended. So you're gonna choose whatever crease shadow you want. I'm gonna be going in with this one, and I am gonna deepen it a little bit just so y'all can tell the difference between the cut crease and the actual shadow that we're gonna be cutting, well, applying to the cutted crease, right? I don't know, does that make any sense? Yo, I'm like all over the place today. I don't know what's like gotten into me. My son is currently taking a nap. Oh, for those who don't know, I do have a 2-year-old son. But yes, he's currently napping right now. And I just love this brush because it blends out every shadow so nicely. And the reason that I went in with the translucent powder versus a shadow, these shadows are actually very, very pigmented, and I didn't want something that was going to pick up too much of the product because when I do cut creases, I've noticed, just depending on the concealer, the foundation, or whatever product you're using to cut the crease, if it's a really, really thick one, you can find very, very clumpy eyeshadow once you have set that on there. So when you're applying the shadow, translucent powder, or whatever you're going to be using, make sure you use a very, very light amount of that product because you do not want your eyelids to look cakey. And coming from someone that has really oily lids, you don't want the cake on your eyes, okay? Anyways, so basically self-explanatory. You get the shadow blended. Now going in with the other eye. And we're just gonna go ahead and blend that on there as well. I really hope I am in focus, y'all, because I'm gonna be so pissed if I'm not. Still trying to like learn how to freaking do all this camera stuff, y'all. But yes. And that's basically what we're doing with that shade. Now I kind of did want to make it darker, but now that I'm looking at the shadow, I don't know if I should just keep it this tone or should I just deepen it a little bit. Maybe I want to keep it this tone. I like this crease tone. And you guys, you do not have to use exactly these tones that I'm using. You can use whatever color you're using. You can go natural, you can go glam, you can go dark, you can go whatever you please. This is just to show you how easy and fast a cut crease can be done. Because I know sometimes it can be a little difficult to really know how to do a good cut crease. Okay, so now that I have the desired amount of shadow on both of the lids, now we're gonna go in with the actual product. Now, I usually do go in with either my foundation or a concealer, mainly a concealer because that's just what I use to blend under my eyes, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and be using the Shiseido, let's see, medium Moyen in 302, and it looks like this little guy here is what we're going to be using. And oops, I'm just going to add some to my arm. And then what I'm going to do, now this brush is going to be the easiest tool ever to do a cut crease, because let me tell you, I've used a lot of different brushes to do a cut crease, and by far this brush has literally made it the most simplest way to cut the crease, to cut a crease, right? And so, and this product is only $1, y'all, $1. Yes, so this one is the AOA Studio Miss A E123 brush, and it's this small rounded edge brush. And now what we're gonna do is just make sure we have a lot of the product. I'm just going back, if y'all could tell, I'm going back and forth on both ends of the brush because I want to make it as skinny as possible, because what happens there, not a lot of the product is moving everywhere, and it's not going to get on the rest of the eye where you don't want the product to be, right? Okay, so the very first step that I like to do is I go in the corner, well, the middle of my eye, but the most inner corner. I cannot speak. Okay, so what I'm going to do in the center of my eye, now I can go right in the very center. I can just get it really slightly closer to more of the inner part of my eye, which is what I'm going to do. And then add a little bit of the product and then look up. And you see where that concealer landed? That's exactly where we're going to start making a crease. Now I'm just picking up more of the crease, the concealer. And I'm literally just tapping it on there. And the easiest way to do this is just tapping, you guys, because that's where going to be the easiest to, I'm going to bring it out a little bit closer to the, more like this. Okay, you see that? And the line doesn't have to be perfect because I am going to show you a little trick that you can do to make the line a little bit more sharp. So now that I have all that on there, I am simply just going to start tapping the rest of the product lightly. And I'm fanning it out because I don't want it to be too harsh. I'm going to go in with my blending brush and I'm just going to blend a little bit of whatever concealer I have right here, just so it doesn't look so harsh. Okay, so yeah, see that? Okay, so the next step, now what brush I'm going to take is the Morphe M170 brush, and it's this longer rounded edge brush. You can see I'm trying not to like be out of focus, right? I don't know. This brush, right? And so what we're going to do is we're just going to go into the shade Nylon, tap away the rest of the excess of the eyeshadow. What you're going to do is you're going to go above the line and just make the line sharper. You guys, so I just literally noticed that my camera was not recording, and I'm sorry about that. Hopefully I got all of that. If not, I will definitely show you with the other eye. Basically, I'm going in with this product, the loose pigment, and applying it on top of that concealer that we added for the cut crease. And I'm just tapping it on there and just meeting where I made the cut crease. It doesn't have to look perfect when you initially put it on, because you're going to be adding more product onto it. So and then I'm just gliding the rest of the shadow to the end of to the outer edge of the eye. And then I'm going to go in with my Morphe blending brush, and then just blending out the outer part. Am I out of focus, y'all? Okay, you guys, so I fixed the lighting a little bit because it was just, the sun is starting to set and I live in an apartment, and of course the angles are just like, you know. Anyways, so now we're going to do the exact same thing we did with this eye on this eye. So same steps, same thing, still using the same products, y'all. Okay. My sun is like taking a good nap today, y'all. Okay, just putting on the edge, looking up, wherever that hit. Okay. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Literally just tap it on there. So that's basically how we want it. And now we're just going to be fanning out the rest of the product over to the eye. And we're just blending. I turned the brush the other way, so instead of going same angle, I thought I was doing it something different, but yeah. As long as the outer part of the eye is blended, I think that's completely fine. And you guys, if y'all want, you can even leave this like this, but I mean, that shit is like bomb, right? And now I'm going in with the same brush and using the same shade nylon, and I'm just going to blend in the outer parts of the eye look. And then, again with my Morphe, and of course, the star of the show, but before that, remember, add some more right the hair, so you don't get that purple all over the bottom of your eye, and then you have like a beat up eye, right? Don't want that. Let you have that amount of shadow on there. I'm gonna go in with the same shade and blend out the corners. Just make everything seamless. And then with the same brush, actually, we're gonna go in with the brush we used to make the line. We're actually gonna go in with another sort of dark color. And what we're going to do, we're going to take it to the really edge of that cut crease and just intensify it. See how that looks? Same thing with the other eye. I'm using Hickory. It's a really deep burgundy color from still the same Sephora palette. And I'm kind of gliding and tapping the product on. Now that you have that on there, we're going to go in with I'm just going to take this brush and start cleaning away again. But I'm not going to clean it off completely because we are going to go in with the same. I'm going to take my Milani rounded edge brush. Alright, now that we have that on there, now we can go ahead and tap away the rest. Yeah, this is basically the final look. You guys, I love how this look came out. I really hope you guys learned some new techniques on how to create a cut crease. Let me know if there's another how-to videos that you would like to see down in the comments, and let me know, as always, what other non-related how-to videos also to provide for me, so I can go ahead and deliver those videos for you guys. But I absolutely love how the look came out. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And you guys, don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, and like, and always never forget to click that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload. And I thank you guys so much, and until next time, bye.